You think it would be easy for those of us involved in this foundation to talk about what it's all about, our 30-second elevator speech, if you will. What we have found, though, is that it's not easy telling this story. It feels too big sometimes. So we should start with the basics. First of all, it's important to know that Opal was a real person. She was a ward of the state and lived the majority of her life in a nursing home here in Louisville, moving in when she was a young woman and staying until her death. Her world was pretty small, and she had one dream before she died: to visit the ocean. Sadly, she never got that dream filled. But because of her, Opal's Dream Foundation was born.
Well, many years ago, Opal lived here in this facility. She lived here 44 years, actually. And one day she came to me and she had a wish. And Opal was the type of person she wouldn't ask for anything. She was always doing for others. So her wish was simply she would love to see the ocean. So she had MS, so she wasn't able to get out of the facility, only in an ambulance when she had to go to the hospital. So she would live her life through pictures, basically. So we went to work really hard to try to get that wish accomplished for her. We even wrote to Oprah Winfrey. We reached out to the community. Just couldn't get people's attention on this. When we went to her room to tell her that we couldn't make the wish come true, I looked on her face and I saw the look of giving up. And she did give up, and she did pass right after that. And so I went to my office and I just really, prayed and said, God, I don't want this to ever happen again. If I can do anything to prevent this and you'll send me the people to help, then, I'll do whatever it takes. So that's when Jerry Stiff came through the doors and was there to ask simply, what can I do for the residents here? I want to help. And it just so happened that story was on my mind. It was like 2 weeks after she had passed, so I was still really feeling that. So I just told him the story, and his quote words I'll never forget was, well, we have to do something about that. And from that point on, it just has blossomed, and Opal's dream did not come true for her, but so many others have had a dream to come true because of her.
Ken Sum has been in the center for about 2 years. He came to us and he was just about to die when he came to the center. No one believes that his recovery is as great as it is, but he doesn't speak very much English. When he was playing music with one of our volunteers, he was using our volunteer guitar, I was like, that would be a great thing to ask Opal's for, to fulfill a dream of his, to have his own guitar so he could play music every single day. So I asked Jerry, and he made it happen. He brought the guitar in, and Ken has been so excited about it ever since.
Okay, thank you for this. My song is a country song. I come from Burmese.
The rest of the residents are excited for him. They're excited, to see him, because music is universal. So it doesn't matter what language you sing in, they just know the beauty of the music. So it's wonderful to be in the center.
One of the dreams that Opal's answered for our facility was for one of our residents who is 51 years old. He had cerebral palsy, and he's been in a wheelchair all of his life. And one of the issues he had was he wanted a quickie wheelchair, which is a younger version of a wheelchair for a younger person. And Opal's got that wheelchair for him, and that added to his quality of life beyond belief. And I was hesitant to even ask because it was a very expensive wheelchair. But I found a used chair, and they made modifications to it, and they're even to this day making as he needs them. They're fixing the wheelchair. Well, in 2012, they gave us a jukebox and a slot machine, and they gave us items for our bingo and prizes, and they were just doing so much I was hesitant to even ask for more things for individual residents. But as I saw that they were open to that and they would help us, it's been proved beyond belief. We had a resident that was a hospice patient, and she wanted to go see Billy Hamilton play ball. So they bought us tickets to the Bats game to take our residents. And Shirley's biggest moment I've ever seen was when Billy Hamilton hit a home run. And she was on cloud 9. So after that, her dream got bigger, and they contacted Billy Hamilton in her last days and let her talk to him on the phone, video, and she got to see him live, and that meant the world to her.
No, it's just a great foundation. I can't speak out enough to the public about how donations to this foundation make such a difference in people's lives, in the seniors' lives, and never stop giving, never stop caring about something like this, because our senior community is fragile. And just because they go into a nursing home, usually that is the last stop for different ones. But that doesn't mean quality of life should stop.
Please help Opals, because Opals is helping others. And without them, we wouldn't be able to fulfill the dreams, because we, as activity directors, we don't have the budgets to fulfill all the dreams that we need help with. And lots of people out there, they want things, and we want to be able to provide them if we can. But with the hope of Opals, we can do it.
Well, it's hard to believe that there are people out there that don't want anything from you, but just want to make your residents' lives better. You always think there's a catch, do we have to buy something? Do we have to say something? But it's not. It's just a nonprofit organization, and their whole goal is to improve the life of people in nursing homes.
By giving to this wonderful foundation, Opal's wish still lives on.
On the surface, the mission of Opals is pretty simple. We want to fulfill dreams and wishes of those living in nursing homes, like fishing trips and baseball games and other fun things. But it's actually much, much more than that. Because what many people don't know is that the people living in the nursing homes we serve get $42 a month to take care of all of their personal needs. So if a resident breaks her prescription glasses, she needs to buy new ones out of the $42 she receives every month, and still buy deodorant, and still buy socks. So our true mission is to restore dignity, respect, and bring joy to people that have been forgotten. We buy dentures and hearing aids. We replace electric wheelchairs, things that may not be fun and showy, but have a tremendous impact on the day-to-day lives of those who would otherwise go without. Every dollar counts. No donation is too small. We combine these dollars to make big things happen.